when you have to say, dude, I'm a fucking good dancer. That's why like when you're like
turn that on, please. No, it's a hot ass track, son.
when you were like because sometimes I'll catch you like saying, Mike, you a good dancer. You
Well, you are.
well, yeah, but when you tell me it, I kind of like no homo. I like blush because it's like I don't like. I feel like I'm like very average, if not below average dancer. You know.
Yeah.
But when you tell me that I'm like this great dancer, and like when Rich or Dominic or like when they ask me over here to help them with the song that they're gonna sing in their performance, that makes me feel good because I'm like, that's what's up. But if I have to go around saying, hey,
You need help with that?
let me help you with that
Yeah.
song because
I totally
like
do
it's
that.
just like
Let me help you. Yes.
yeah, and it's like
Well, it's one thing when you kind of offer advice, like, can I just give you a quick little thing?
that's
Do this instead.
But see how you approached it. It was
Yeah.
like, hey, can I just throw in something? You
Yeah.
know, like you're asking versus, dude, I need to do this. Like I need you to do this.
There
You know?
are those situations though, where like, dude, you are just way off.
Well,
Let me
yeah,
help
but-
you
but-
out, dude.
But you're not a deuce. Like I mean,
Well,
you're
obviously the
kinda
way I
saying-
said it, it was like, dude, hey, that's not working. Let
but
me help
what
you
you're
out.
saying, like this dude or whatever is like, I'm an alpha male because I do this, and this.
Yeah.
I'm the motherfucking king. It's like
So I had to look into it, man. So hey everybody, welcome to Modesty Frank People, your boy Big Daddy Dominic Alvarez, and of course, Mike. What had happened was Marrera joining me.
what up?
What's going
what
on,
up?
man? So I was presented this list of alpha male traits, okay, and I was like, wow, okay, let me look down. Can you Google it real quick just to see? But there was a whole list I was presented to me that had what makes an alpha male, and you know me, I'm pretty self-deprecating and all that shit. I don't think of myself very highly. I'll say it in front of people just to get a good laugh and stuff like that, but overall, I have a pretty good dose of reality. What the hell are you looking at?
I just put alpha male checklist and
No, that's good. I mean, yeah, just click on the Reddit one. Oh, okay. Anywho, so I was presented like, what an alpha male is, and I'm like, dude, I am not an alpha male. That's fine right there. I have a lot of these traits that this list has, but I'm not an alpha male, because if someone's like, let's go, let's do this, let's go, I'm like, all right, man, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the one to present an idea with authority or with a
Well, I mean,
firmity. You know what I mean?
You got the number one because it says alpha male is very comfortable with himself.
No, I'm not.
You're not comfortable.
Here's the thing, dude.
You play it off like you.
Yeah,
are.
see, here's the thing about being an entertainer, though. I've been in the entertainment
You
business
do
for a very
radiate
long time.
confidence, even though you're
Goddamn
like,
right.
you
Big
talk
dick
a lot
and
of
all.
shit. You talk a lot of shit.
Okay, well, hold on. So number one of the alpha male list, it says an alpha male is very
Nope, you're
comfortable
not
with
an alpha
himself.
male. It says he does not fear anyone, but you scared of big Mike right here. yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
you, man. Okay, so no, let me just read it off real quick. So an alpha male is very comfortable with himself. He's always radiating confidence. He does not fear anyone. He does not really care how people think of him. Confidence is him. He knows he is more important than anyone else in his life.
Yeah, you.
That is a bitch.
that is a douchey ass.
That's a
alpha
douchey
male.
bitch. Okay, so I have. Okay, let's sum it up. Number 2, he's very passionate in life. He knows what he loves and he follows his dreams. Number 3, failure is only a minor setback to a real alpha male. Number 4, he's always composed. Number 5, he's driven. Number 6, high morals and values. Number 7, alpha male is a natural leader. Number 8, alpha male is a problem solver. Number 9, dress code smart. Number 10, he believes in growth. Number 11, women always pose a challenge. No. Number 12, Alpha male is not bossy. No. Number 13, he's not afraid to face his faults or admit he's wrong. Number 14, okay, I'm not going to go through the whole fucking thing, okay?
There's like
Yeah, but okay, so a lot of those
we
traits.
are not alpha male.
No.
By far. I'm like,
I am extremely scared of people in general,
I
large
am
crowds,
not a problem
heights.
solver.
But okay, so a lot of those things
Fuck that.
you
we alpha
cannot.
males.
That is a terrible checklist
Yeah.
for what would be a classified as an
Fucking
alpha
Reddit.
male. Okay, and so what Mike was saying is, if you have to say I'm an alpha male, I'm a good dancer, I'm a good jiu-jitsu practitioner, I'm a good gamer. If you have to tell people this, you know who you're telling? You. You're literally saying it out of your mouth for your own ears to hear.
Yeah.
That's why you're saying it to other people, quote unquote. To other people, you're making sure they hear you, but in reality, you're making sure
looking
you
for
hear.
approval.
It's not even that. It's just
Yeah,
you're convincing
yeah,
yourself of your own bullshit.
Yeah, but if you have to say it to somebody else and have them like, yeah, you know,
Yeah, right.
You're looking for that
The affirmative.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. You are. Yeah, you're right. But who are the most scariest people? Who are the people, the ones that you just go, man, look, he's the cool dude or she's a cool chick. Just don't touch these subjects. Don't do that. Those are the scary people. The ones that aren't loud. The ones that are the opposite of Dominic. Now, I do radiate confidence when I talk, but if you listen to me talk about myself, it's self-deprecating. I talk shit about myself. I'm like, look, me and my little dick. but who would say me and my little dick in front of a crowd of people, even a lot of people that I don't know, in front of people I do know and in front of people I don't know? That trait of an alpha male, that's confidence, you know what I mean? Like, who would say that? Someone that has a big dick that says they have a little dick, but it's actually really, you know what I'm saying? So it's almost like reverse psychology that I'm doing, but in reality, I'm just telling the truth and people laugh at it anyway. It's very sad. So when you're trying to become this role that you're perceiving or you're putting out there, you're projecting this role to the world, and people buy it. Like, some people buy it, but real people that you, Rich, Ray, and all my friends know the bullshit. They smell it a mile away. Not me and my little dick. That's actually really true. It's very small. I've seen it. And then when you confirm what I'm saying, instead of like, nah, he just messed around. You know, when you confirm what I'm saying, you go, they're like, oh, now it's just awkward. It's not even funny anymore. So see, I turn those awkward situations into just a funny one. Like, if the attention is on me, I'm gonna make it really weird and fun, just because it's true. You know, and people don't know how to do that. They're very afraid of what they look like on the outside and what they are on the inside. So they have to make up this story to really go along, to fit the picture. And we know someone that does that. He tries to adjust in every situation. And it's like, oh man, you're a good looking dude. You seem like you have your shit together. And all of a sudden, like, he just kind of makes up, or he or she makes up this crazy old story. And you go, I never seen you do that.
Yeah.
But I have. You were there. I don't think I was. You know what I mean? I can't get away with that. You can't get away with that because my wife, she'll try to say stuff to people. And she's like, honey, how would you say it? I'm like, I would just say it. She's like, I've never seen you do that a day in your fucking life. Who are you trying to impress? And I want to meet them. Because I would tell them to their face, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I like to just kind of have the truth out there, and I like to lie a lot. So you take that for what it is. You tell me what the truth is.
Yeah, because back in the day, I wrote a couple verses because I was a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And like, Richard called me out on it. Like, I don't know. I think you guys talked about it, and he was like, man, Mike ain't never did that. He ain't never. I was like, man,
it's just some lyrics, man.
You know, everybody else was being gangster. I gotta, had to write something dope. But I mean, of course, I like grew from that.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I ain't playing nobody.
Yeah.
Everybody knows me. I'm not. I mean, I can be like that alpha male, like when I have to, like when I'm push comes to shove. And I'm put in that position, I'll fucking I'll lead and I'll, make decisions and problem solve when I need to. You know, but
Man,
if
that
it,
is
it just off
desperation
the
from the group. If you're the alpha male, oh my god!
Oh,
if you're
fuck
making
you.
decisions for the zombies that are coming, if you have to make, oh my lord, I would just kill myself right there.
I'm be like, what we're gonna do is
We're gonna run right at him,
we're gonna push Dominic first.
leave him for bait, and then we run. That's
Dominic
actually a
will
good
be
idea.
the bait,
Oh man,
and we
that's fucked
will
up, man.
we will get survival of the fittest. And Dominic is not the fittest.
That's messed up, man. if we're listening to you for survival, oh man,
Hey man, I'm
humanity's
fucking
fucked.
all right, man. When the time comes,
You
I'll be
can't
like,
convince me you make enough rope to survive.
all right, man. All right.
No.
When it comes down to it, and you're like, man, Mike, what do you think we should do? I'm gonna be like, fuck you. I got a plan. You
Well,
ain't
it's always
even-
nice to hear an outside opinion, but not yours. No,
Bastard.
no, man. But when push comes to shove, when you have to take charge and you have to lead the group, whether it be your family, your friends, your coworkers, whatever it is, me personally, I won't do it. I mean, Lord knows this year I had to do it, and this was like the first time I had to do it, and just as much as a couple weeks ago, but I don't understand the person I became when you had to do that, because I've always been the goofball. I've always been the comedic relief of any situation. There was times in our life where there was so much tension with us and our friends, and I'll just leave it at that. I brought it out. I came out with it. I go, wow. Did anybody, like, I would pretend to get hit by all the tension. Like, I got clotheslined right in my fucking face. I go, oh, hey, everybody, duck under all that tension because it's going to get you. So, like, that's my job of the group. But when I'm forced into the role of the one to make the decisions, to be the mature one, I did not like that guy. I did not like that part of me because I've never had to deal with it. And I finally had to deal with it, and it's ridiculous. It is a leadership role is a very lonely and very unappreciated role in people's lives. Whether you're the grandfather that still takes care of the family, whether you're the father that takes care of everybody's family, or I mean, being a Chamorro guy, there are those guys. Your families are fucking huge. I mean, you have different last names, but you're under the same tree, almost. You know what I mean?
jungle.
Jungle, whatever. Fucking Tautamonia.
Tasmania.
You're under the same umbrella.
Yeah.
And there's that one. There's always that one. It doesn't matter how many umbrellas there are. There's that one that they got this. Shit else fails. There's one.
And I don't mean to put you on blast, but
No, that's right.
there's one dude that we, like back in the day when we were younger. I mean, we were the older guys. We were the OG guys of the group, and we had the younger guys like Seku, Kimo, and we used to make fun of them because we're like, oh, look at these, fucking buzzy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But one dude that like really stepped up for his family, and I'm fucking like extremely proud of this dude. Like good head on his shoulders, still fucking moving up.
You're welcome.
I fucking hate you, but like Kimo,
Okay.
he is like that alpha male. Like if I put an alpha male like an image.
If you had to describe one.
Yeah, if I have to describe him, he would be one. Not because I'm on his job, no homo. It's my
Well,
boy.
You guys are good friends. Yeah,
he's
you're
my
good
boy.
friends.
And like as a younger cat, going through the shit that he did, like for his mom, his dad, his brothers.
business out there
You know what I'm
like that?
saying?
Oh, true.
No, I'm saying like, but I'm saying like
He handled
it's-
business.
It's for his family, and he fucking like brought them up, and he got them in like a good place right now. And dude, that family is like the best family ever.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And he would like. Everybody looks to him to lead, especially because you brought up Chamorro.
Yeah.
And there's always there's the fuck ups and the guys that are like, take their family for granted.
Yeah.
But then there's that one that's like picking up grandma, dropping her off, picking up, you got to
Yeah,
run
doing
errands.
this, yeah.
Like, and he was always that person, like running these errands for the family and doing everything for the family. And I give it up to him. Props to you, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like you.
Man, and good for him. You know,
and
like
it's-
it's very hard nowadays to recognize
But
responsibility and take it.
he would never have to, like, if you seen him now, I mean, back in the day, he was, hanging around, being
We're having fun.
yeah.
Just having fun.
But if you see him now, you're like definitely an alpha, and he doesn't have to like sit there and say, "Yo, I'm the fucking alpha of the family.
Yeah.
I got to do this." It's just like, yeah, that's him.
Yeah. And again, I'm not saying I'm an alpha male. Trust me, if anybody even kind of knows me, I will be like, yeah, you take charge, buddy. I want nothing to do with that. I'm way too lazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there are times where I'm like, all right, this is how it's going to happen. You're doing this. I'm doing that. I don't want to hear shit for the rest of the day. And that's how our day goes, And I get mad and stomp
Or everybody
around.
just looks at you and just like, man, shut up.
This is how it's really going to go down. Well, hey, I got the ball growing. And that's why I got the ball started, and there you go.
All you guys needed was a nudge, and that
Bam.
was it.
That's all you need.
At
a little,
25.
A little bit of selfishness and motivation that I gave you because I don't want to move too much.
But yeah, man.
Now,
I
if you have
just-
to tell yourself you're an alpha male, you're a good you're a fucking idiot. And you don't waste your time on those people either. You know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of times where people admire those leaders and stuff like that, but like we've known, like in the background, like we're like, man, they ain't shit, man. Fuck those
Yeah.
guys. Like,
That's all Facebook. That's all social network right there. Hey,
well, even before that,
that's
look,
all for show.
Look, again, I'll shit all over myself. I am the biggest bullshitter ever. But I love to have a good laugh. It doesn't matter if I'm in front of a crowd, in front of my friends, in front of even just my wife. I really do have a really good reaction when people laugh at what I'm saying, what I'm doing, what I'm expressing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna say I get off on it, but yeah, sure. For lack of a vocabulary, yeah, I get off on that shit. But there's other people that when they make a really good decision or even a kind of a good decision, everybody's like, yeah. And it's a terrible decision. It's like, hey. I know that guy's good looking and all, and he's just like on top of the world, but that was terrible. You want us to all jump off a cliff? Like, that's a good idea? Okay, you guys do that. And that's where my smartassenism comes into play. I'm like, hold on. Anybody else? No? Well, you're all stupid. I don't know. That's just the reaction. Again, I've said it before. I'll say it again. My sister-in-law is. I always thought I was go with the flow guy. I always thought that. My sister-in-law said, "Dominic, you're very much against the grain.
Yeah,
you would not be you unless you weren't or you were. Like that's your block. That's your niche.
You've always like complained,
Yes.
or like
that's not going against the
well,
grain. It's just
not
whining.
not complain, but like you would always like. When it's funny because I was there too. Like everybody would. It's funny because
Yeah,
like,
you were super Mr. against the grain.
Yeah, like everybody would be like, yes. No, I don't think. Nah.
No, you see, you would go,
Nah.
well, and that's how it started. I'm like, oh man, this is going to
Just
be.
say yes, Mike.
Just-
Well,
No, I've said it before. I'm like,
'Cause
I wish I could talk like Mike, like just say it. But nowadays, oh man, I should shut up.
yeah. I mean, back in the day, I used to speak my mind, but now, like again, I've learned my lesson because not everybody agrees with what I say,
Yeah.
or not everybody ever agrees with what I say.
Well,
but
I mean, like your opinion's your opinion, and no one should be offended by that. No one should be offended by you speaking up. Hey, does anybody else have anything else to say? And you're the one dude to go, well, if I could just take the floor for a second, or can I just ask you this quick little question? You were that guy, and I was just like, oh man. But when people do that in general, don't shit on that dude because he may have something, or she may have something revolutionary. It may speak against whomever that alpha male leader is, but he may crumble their shit and break their shit down and go, hey, that's cool. I'm glad that's how you think, but it's kind of a bad idea to jump off a cliff, even in mass.
see,
I'm just saying.
and I wanted to be that guy to crumble, but never happened.
No,
never
and
worked
that's
out for
okay,
me.
man. But people are called an asshole nowadays because they're different, because they have a difference of opinion, and if you don't see their way, you're the asshole. Because they're so passionate about their shit, you're the asshole.
Yeah.
And you know, we've heard people say stuff about our show. It wasn't exactly positive, okay? Was it constructive? Absolutely. Was it positive? No. I took it constructively. I'm like, dude, okay, we could do this. Mike, and you would come up with some good shit. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but I don't think we should do this. But, you know, and it turned us into a good synergy. It made our already good synergy into better synergy. But we took good constructive criticism, or we took opinions and we ran with it.
Yeah.
People cannot do that nowadays, or maybe they can now. But from what I've seen and from a couple things I see, whether it be online, in movies, or the whole idea of taking constructive criticism is not tolerated, and it makes you as a species crumble.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like more people are more go with the flow type now. I mean, being around.
Man, no, I totally disagree with you.
There's
right
a
now.
lot of people, and sometimes I hate that shit. Cause it's like, dude, you know, and you're like, cause you vent to me, or like, you know, coworkers or just people in general, they vent to me their different opinion. But then when it like comes down to it, like when the shit's put on the table, it's like, all right, yeah, we'll just, you know, and it's like,
hey man,
you just had a fucking 20-minute conversation about bitching about what the plan was, and when it is put on the table, it's like, all right, yeah, we'll go. I'm like. And I kind of
like, Dom, what the fuck?
and I always say this, and I was like, because, you know, like, I'm the asshole, and I'm the one that's like, well, I always want to jump in their body and, like, just take the reins, and, like, say what they want to say, because sometimes it just pisses me off. I'm like, dude.
It's probably lack of confrontation.
Like, yeah, but, again, me, I'm like, I was always just, I didn't care, you know? Now I'm more cautious about like you know, confrontation,
and I'm the one that'd be like, well, but I mean, that sucks.
You know, but sometimes I'm like, dude, you had a fucking good idea, and if it comes from you, if it comes from me, they're gonna be like, nah, you know. Yeah. But if it comes from you, like in my past job, I had like hella like ideas for how our department would work, and be, you know, less stressful and less, you know, more spread
productive
out,
and
versus just fucking all the work put on just us.
Concentrated work.
Yeah, you know, and if I said it, it'd be like, you're
in
fucking,
through one ear, out the other.
Yeah,
son.
you're a fucking laborer. Versus telling a supervisor, and the supervisor would be like, yeah. But then when it comes down to that meeting with supervisor meeting, he'd be like, well, they want it this way, so we're not gonna, you know. And it sucks, and you know, it's just like, I hate people that are just, what do you call that? Would you call that passive? Like where they're just like, like, you know, they have their opinion, but then when it comes down to it, it's just like, we'll go with what they want, you know, and it pisses me off.
It's easiest. It is,
and
I don't blame them. Like, I'm not saying like fuck that, but I get it, because it's like, I have an idea, you have an idea, you presented your idea, and it's like, it's kind of not a bad idea. Or you're like, that's not terrible, or whatever. It's not on me. And I think that's what it comes down to. That's not on me. If that fails, that's not on me. If it works, I get to be part of that because it works. You know what I mean? So it's almost like a safety net. Like, you know, they did no risk, no reward, but they still kind of get the reward because somebody else risked it and you just reap the benefits. Yeah. I think that's kind of like that thought process, because trust me, that happens to me way more often than not. I just had a performance review, and I always laugh at my performance review because whatever my boss thinks of me is exactly what I think of me. Yeah. And it's like, you're great here, work on this because you're lazy. And you know, and I'm like, dude, that's hilarious. And she laughs, but she goes, you're not supposed to be laughing, Dominic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're getting reviewed. I'm like, but this is funny. Like, I'm a human. There are going to be bad days to where I'm like, I tried. Yeah. I tried to be productive. I tried to be positive. Not happening today. And there's other days where I'm fucking pedal to the metal. I got all of this done. And guess what? I'm going to go home and I'm going to take you know what I mean? Like, it's just all day. But sometimes there's all day where it's in cruise mode. You want to pull over onto the freeway and and just start crying. It's like, fuck, who doesn't have those fucking days? But I think it's the no risk, no reward kind of mentality we have as a cubicle nation. You know what I mean? You go to your 9 to 5 and all that stuff, and don't do all that. Like I guess this is I saw this, I heard this on a podcast. Like there's guys that fly with like pretty legit jet packs on their back. Like a jetpack, like 007 back in the day, Sean Connery type shit.
Yeah.
They strap on a jetpack and take off. So what happens is
Like the Rocketeer?
Sort of, yeah. But it's like, it looks like a mini plane on their back. Mini plane. Like I'm assuming the wingspan is probably like 6 to 7 feet long.
Wait. Are you talking about like a totally different subject?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to go because that cubicle shit's boring. But no, I'm saying the low risk, low reward thing. I'm like, nobody risks any rewards or blah, blah, blah. So I saw these guys risking their life by getting that thrill. They're totally out of our cubicle box mentality. And so it was super interesting to me because I'm like, I would never do that. But that fucking looks great as I start to go back into my corner. And they have legit jetpacks that look like wings, like those night bombers or whatever, and they'll jump out of a plane and then and just take off and they fly. They legit fly like fucking Iron Man and shit. You'll never catch me doing that. But how cool is that happening? That those people, they have that thrill in their life to where they go, yeah, man, that was cool. And you and I are like, right, yeah, I filled up the car all the way today. Like, didn't even look at the price tag. That's like
dangerously.
Boom. It went click. I didn't even care. I got a full tank. You know what I'm saying? Like what we find extreme or what we find so satisfying is I took a shit. You know what I mean? Jumping out of planes and shit. No, thank you.
That shit is funny.
Do you ever have a desire to do that? Like jump out of a plane, like bungee jump or any of that shit?
No, like I'm not scared of it. Like I'm not like I'm scared. Like put a parachute on me and say, Mike, you're gonna jump out of the fucking plane today. I'd be like,
myself.
Oh shit. But I'm not saying I wouldn't. Like I'd try it. Well, you don't like heights, so that's fucking like terrifying to you. With me, I'm not saying I wouldn't be terrified. I'd be like, holy shit, this it's actually going down.
Yeah, so the adrenaline, you'd be more excited, not excited, but I don't know, just like all for it more than against it, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I believe me, I'm fucking scared of heights too. Like,
probably not as bad as me.
I'm like, because in New York, when back in the day when we used to call it Tar Beach, and the family used to go on top of the building and have a barbecue there. You know where all the tar is.
So a roof.
Yeah.
Oh,
on
okay.
the roof. And we used to call it.
I was like, Tar Beach. That
Tar
sounds
Beach.
terrible. I would not want to go there.
But we used to go on top of the roof, have a barbecue or whatever. But like my dad and my uncles be like looking over the ledge, and I'm like more. Scoochie, like I'm way over here, but I'm putting my foot further to the ledge.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you're still in the same spot. Your foot's closer to the ledge, but
Never found that fascinating ever. I just don't like. You like roller coasters. Yeah, I personally don't. I don't know what it is. It doesn't do anything to me. And my coworkers and people just call me super weird. I'm like, I'd rather get into a cage with boxing gloves or mixed martial arts gloves and stuff and fight for 5 minutes or 3 minutes. That's way more exciting and adrenaline rush to me than being strapped into this fucking huge hunk of metal that's going to throw me at like 60 miles an hour in circles and loops and shit. And I'm like, that's not fun. Like I'd rather go fight in a cage.
Well, I mean, it's like the guys on the jetpack. I mean, it's not so much like there's the security of the rail, the security of the harness.
That does not make me feel secure at all.
It's like driving in the car really fast. Like,
I think it's a control thing, though.
You think your seatbelt is secure? like
you're gonna give me an anxiety attack next time I fucking drive, dude.
Next time you drive, you're like, Mike's right. This little shit ain't go. But I'm saying it's like
Fuck,
it's
man.
more
Now
secure than
I'm
a
gonna go to
fucking
work tomorrow,
jetpack.
and I'm gonna drive like 2 miles an hour on the freeway. Fuck
Get
me.
pulled over and shit.
Oh man.
But you know what I mean? Like when I'm in a roller coaster, it's like I'm going like fast. Like, and it's funny because a lot of people like, if you enjoy roller coasters like me, you'll probably like do exactly what I do. When you know you're going up and you're like, you know, the click,
Yeah.
click, click, click,
Yeah.
click, 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 and then you're like, oh shit, you know. When that happens, a lot of people tense up and they go,
Me.
like, you know,
Yeah.
Don't do that, dude.
Wow.
If you just let go, like it's way more better. And I used to like hate. I like roller coasters, but I used to hate that initial drop because I would do that. I would like tense up and just and like while I'm going down and like and then finally like after the first
The
like,
dip.
down
yeah,
and up,
yeah.
then I'm like, oh. But now I'm just like, you know, when I'm going down, it's like click, 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 and then like you're over the hump.
Yeah, yeah.
Once you like get there, let go and just go with it, and it fucking feels like you're flying. Like that new, well, it's not new, but it's called Tatsu.
Mm-hmm.
It's a roller coaster where you first start like you sit in it like a regular roller coaster. The harness is there, but then it like puts you like flat down, like you're
So you're
on your
horizontal.
stomach.
You're horizontal.
Yeah, like
you're
you
laying
were
on your
like
stomach.
as if you were flying like Superman.
Oh, okay.
You know, and you're looking like up, like
What
Superman.
a neck ache. That sounds fucking terrible,
the
man.
neck,
I don't
it
know,
does
dude.
hurt. Like it does, like
That's fucking whack, man. You
No,
you guys
but-
fell for advertisement and shit.
no. I mean, if you're staying there for fucking hours, but you're not. You're just like the initial thing is you sit in it. It like flattens you out, like puts you like looking down,
That would freak me. The
and
fuck out,
you
man.
like hang, and then you go. Once you're going, you're just like, holy shit! Like it's like you're flying. If you put your hands out, it's like you're fucking flying like Superman, and it's like it's fun. You know, dude, if you had the
I
power
don't
of
get it,
fucking
man.
flight,
I'm sorry.
if you had the power of flight, you'd.
Well, yeah, because I'm flying, not fucking something grabbing me and going, yay! Like I would grab my baby and go, wee!
But babies love it.
Not all of mine.
Man, I think your mom did that and then she dropped you or something. Fucked
I think
you
she-
up. She traumatized your ass.
That's for sure. I don't know if she dropped me. Well,
But
I'm sure she
I
dropped me.
can say that I made you ride what 2 roller coasters?
I went on Batman and Riddler. They were all pretty. Mellow compared to like everything else that was potentially there. But I went on Batman. That actually wasn't bad. But what I found funner of the two was Riddler, because it felt like I was surfing. I felt like I was on a board, and because on Riddler you can adjust if you're standing straight up, or you can sit all the way down. And I went kind of in between, like I was doing a squat, like, you know, and that was like almost not the prime of our hula, but approaching it. So I squat like you were surfing. You kind of had that low balance, low center of gravity, and it took off, and it felt like I was surfing. I've never surfed. I've bodyboarded.
And which ride was this?
Riddler.
Oh,
The
yeah,
Riddler.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that felt fine. But you know the funny thing about that roller coaster when
Dude,
I went with you? The funniest part of that roller coaster was your hands are kind of free. So the drop happens, the turns happen, the upside downs were happening. And I was like, this is a great opportunity to like pretend I was freaking out and I'm going to hit Mike. So I don't know if you remember this, but I was like, ah! I started nailing you in your face. Yeah.
Really?
Nailing you. Not even like little like flicks. I was smacking your face because
And
I
it's
was
funny because I was too like,
Yay!
I was too in the moment to even notice.
I was nailing you. So I was like, oh my. We got the roller coaster. You were like, dude, what the fuck? You were freaking out.
You're an asshole.
Yeah, man. I was scared. But I'll do those two again. Those are very mild compared to like, no, I mean, not compared to.
Mild.
They were very mild. They're super mild. What other ones have I done? I've done those two. I've done a couple other ones that I was just like, I don't like that. I don't want to ever do it again. But again, we talked about this when I was with my dad on the podcast. Like, I've done it. I've said I've done it. I don't ever have to do it again. Like, if I said no, people can't just be like, yeah, you're such a pussy. I'm like, hold on. I've done it. I've done roller coasters. I've done more than my share of not liking roller coasters. That you know what I mean? I don't like roller coasters, but I've done roller coasters. I don't even like them, but I've done them. How many times have I said that? Like 6 times already in a row. But
Yeah,
you
you've
can't.
done 'em.
I've done it. I don't like them. One more time. So you can't say that you haven't been on the right one. I've been on pretty gnarly ones until the even mild ones were like Cars Land. Cars Land, I'll be 100% honest with you. Have you been on the Cars Land ride?
No.
Okay, so basically it's a nice little, well, I'm not going to spoil it for you. We all know what happens. When we go to Disneyland, son, we going to do it as a couple.
We're going in November.
I don't like you. But no, even then I kind of had to hold my wife. Like I was being brave. I was like, like I ended up breaking and grabbing my wife. Like I didn't scream, but I just needed like, yeah, call me a pussy. If you want. Fuck you, man. I don't know, but after it was done and I analyzed it, and I broke it down. I'll go on it again because in all, it was actually a really fun ride. It's
As
actually
long as Kalina's there to hold his hand.
No. Well, yeah. But I liked the ride. It was actually a fun ride now that I broke it down. I was like, okay, no, that was actually a really fun ride. Now I can enjoy it. First off, we were in that fucking line for 2 hours. 2 hours we were in that line.
You didn't get the fast pass?
No, we didn't. I don't remember. No. But yeah, it was, I mean, it was cool. It was fine, whatever. The longest line ever. But yeah, but I'll do it again. I'll do that one again. Space Mountain, pass. Hard pass. I don't like Space Mountain. That freaks me out. All the lights.
Space Mountain, like, it bugs me. Like, it bugs me because it's like it hits. Like when you make the turns, it's like a jolt.
It jerks you.
And I get a headache every time. I'm like, fuck. The only reason why I go on it because LaValen loves that ride.
So here's the thing. Just because you said that, something popped into my head that has not happened since I was a kid, like 25 years or something. I went on Space Mountain only twice in my life. Once with my wife and my friends. The other time when I was a kid. And my mom took me on there. And I remember I was in that seat and I almost fell out.
You guys actually made it? You didn't make a...
I think I barely made the height. Or it was one of those days where they just didn't give a shit about your height.
No, you didn't make a story about your stomach hurting and shit?
No, that was a true story, man. I ruined that Disneyland trip.
If I was your brother, I would have
punched you. Yeah. No, so I remember I almost fell out of the seat. Because back then, it wasn't like it is now, like super safe. I remember it hitting a really hard turn.
It was like a bobsled.
I mean, I could be exaggerating it, but my butt came off of the seat. And I was like, this is not fun. And I guess ever since then I didn't like it. But as an adult, obviously, with the new safety stuff, I mean, it could be the exact same. I don't know. I just know I was loose as shit in that fucking seat when I was a kid.
You were small.
I'm small now, motherfucker.
I was riding Viper in Magic Mountain. I felt the same way because it has 2 loops, like within the roller coaster, and I swear to God, I was about to slip out. I was like, "Fuck this!" That terrified me. But I mean, I got older and
I'm good.
I was just like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Yeah.
No.
Before I never I used to be the one, like I told you, but I'd hold on. Now I'm just like, hands loose, just let go.
Can't do that. But can you speak in public though?
What do you mean?
Like, does that not frighten you? Like, could you make a speech in front of 50, 60 people?
Well, I have. I mean,
but can you go up there, do your thing? Thank you very much. Any question? Yeah, you can do that. Just no problem.
Yeah, I mean, I get the nervous, like the nervous feeling, the butterflies. But once, like I told you, once I'm put in that position and there's no turning back, there's nothing I can do.
Alpha male.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like I did I guess you can call it a eulogy at my cousin's funeral.
Yeah. It's a eulogy.
They were like, come up and, say a few words. I, spoke and it, at first, again, I was nervous because everybody was just looking at you and just you gonna say something?
Yeah.
But, I ended up, talking a couple stories about me and him and, just, I don't know. If I'm put in the position,
it's different. I mean, because, everybody's there. It's a little different than no, I guess not. No, I'm not taking that away from you. No, I don't think it was different, but
Well, I mean, because there's a lot of people that I knew,
Yeah.
but then there's a lot of people that I didn't know that he
Right.
knew.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah.
we posted it on Facebook,
Yeah.
and like
Your eulogy?
no.
Oh, I was gonna say I want to watch it. I'd love to watch
We
that.
posted the memorial on
Yeah,
Facebook, like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
come.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people that I never met that knew him, like,
Yeah.
a couple guys, came in from his bike club, and like, yeah, there's a lot of people that I didn't know
Mm.
that he knew, and I had to talk in front of him.
Yeah.
But it was just like, whatever.
Yeah. See.
And then that time that I talked at Regina, the pep rally, and we dedicated it to Regina Baker. That, remember, she passed away.
Yeah, I do
during
remember that.
school.
Yeah.
I went up in front of the whole school, the whole pep rally,
Mhm.
and said a few words about Regina. Said it was this show was dedicated to her,
Mhm.
and then that's when I forgot her name, Maya, I don't know her name.
Jack
But she
Bauer.
did the Pokati Kariana,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and then we came out like,
Oh, is that what that was for?
yeah.
I was in show mode, son. I didn't even know
Yeah.
that was for like a tribute. I was like, I'm ready to tear this shit up.
Dude, everybody was crying and stuff for Regina because she
Shit
was
on
like
me.
the coolest chick ever.
I personally didn't know her. I just seen her around. So
But
that was the first time I've seen a lesbian.
mhm.
Like
Really?
yeah. Well, that's sheltered life, son. Not that my parents hid it from me. It's just it just wasn't there, like to talk about it. It's because I had this pretty much not the talk, but a talk with my oldest child, and the word and the lifestyle, gay, homosexuals and lesbians and whatever's. That's a normal thing nowadays.
Yeah.
And it's on TV, it's on radio. But back in our day, that shit was nowhere near on television and on radio, nowhere near, super forbidden. But like,
the simple fact is, I can talk in public if I'm
Oh.
put in the position.
yeah, all right. Because
And
some
you?
people, oh, what, me? Hell yeah, I thrive on that shit. Like speaking in public, Yeah,
I can't believe you did that.
I can't watch that video. No, public speaking doesn't bother me. And I know that was like totally out of left field, but like I had to go to like that other extreme. Like that roller coasters are an extreme thing for the common person. And speaking in public, people can't do that either. Like like if we had a choice, I'll bet you I'm not saying all people, but there'd be a good amount of people that'd be like that are either afraid of roller coasters and afraid of public speaking. They would choose the roller coaster over public speaking, mostly because of the time and whatever. But like public speaking, that doesn't. I really enjoy public speaking. I think it's really cool. But I just had to choose like some other kind of extreme, or not even extreme, just something else that people are
I
afraid
just
of.
have to know what I'm talking about.
I like it when I don't.
If I have to improv, it is harder. I can do it, but it is harder because I'm like, okay, where are you going with it? In my mind, I'm like, okay, where are you going with this? Where are you going? Okay,
Just keep talking, man.
Yeah.
Just keep talking. Make fun of yourself, and just be like, yeah. So, what was my point? And you get a good laugh. And what I learned from Bill Burr, one of my favorite, if not my favorite comedian of all time, or for now, but he's been for a while. When he deals, or he's heard other comedians deal with hecklers when they're doing their 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half hour show. Some guy or some girl or some woman would be like, man, you're not funny. So what he'll do is he'll go, excuse me? Like, instead of retaliating right then and there with like the first thing that comes to your mind, shut up, cunt, shut up, you bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the first thing that's like non-original, not funny, and just pretty offensive. So what he'll do is, man, you're not funny. Excuse me? Then the clock is ticking. He bought himself just crazy seconds, even though, I mean, it may be a lifetime or whatever, but precious. He bought himself precious seconds to think of something clever. You know what I mean? Excuse me? You're not funny. I can't hear you. You have to speak up. So now he's starting to put it all together. I got to come up with something funny. Or it's already going. He already reached back into his bag of tricks to be like, tick, 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 boom, and hit them with this fucking overhand right of a joke or a comeback. Because He knows how to do it. And it's the same thing with public speaking, but you're just trying to make people laugh. But for me, when you make fun of yourself when you're publicly speaking, be like, I don't know where I was going with that. Not that I've done speeches and shit everywhere, but when I talk in front of people and you have the floor, you buy yourself those precious seconds of when they're laughing. You know what I'm saying? This guy knows what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Right. And then you get back on track. Those are those people that know what the fuck they're doing at the time on improv or whatever. Even if you have a written down speech.
I think I could do it. I mean,
no, I know you can, but it's like those things, those little things that make you a good public speaker, that make you someone that has the floor and can hold it themselves, you know?
Yeah, that's...
Because if you're reading off a card, if you're there's no heart and soul into it. You may have put a bunch of heart and soul into what you've written down. Yeah, but that doesn't make it a good bit. That doesn't make it a good joke. It's a good joke on paper, but if you present it incorrectly, it turns into a terrible joke. Okay, so I was going to go into stand-up comedy a few years ago before I did the podcast because I didn't have anybody to bounce ideas off of. So Rich was like, I had a really good bit. I thought it was a good bit. He was like, okay, throw me your 3 minutes. Rich said, give me your 3 minutes. And I go, froze. I go, okay, Dominic, get your shit together. You have an audience now. This is what you want to do. I presented my bit to him. He goes, wow, that was a terrible bit. You should not do that. Because it was about hitting women. See, you're laughing because that's a funny bit. Like, and the way I presented it was, so this was the bit, and I'll try to do it my best, but I'm not a stand-up comedian. I'm not even a podcaster, but I do it anyway. So the bit was, I wish we all had like a mulligan. You get to hit your spouse, whether it's male, female, gay, lesbian, whatever. You get to hit them one time in your life. But if and when you do, after the fact, you have to go down to court. You have to register, like, hey, I used my one. What reason was it for? Is it a justified reason? Did she come at you with a knife? Or did she just say, your football team sucks and bah! You just fucking, your instinct is bah! You just fucking backhand them, right? So you have to register. You have to write down what it was for. You have to go to court to justify, like, yeah, that was cool. That's good. All right, that's a good hit. You don't get to do that hit for another 365 days. If you violate that, you go to jail. That's abuse now.
That's so fucking funny that you
it's
said
a funny
that.
bit, but like I didn't present it correctly.
No. It's funny that you said that because I came up last year when I was at my last job. I was like, man, like you should be able to like have one, like you can slap any one of your coworkers.
Anyone,
but
just anyone.
It has to be a legit fucking reason, you know. But you get that one to just. You know what I'm saying?
Warm your hand.
And just knock them the fuck out just because you're just like, I don't agree with that. Like, you know, or just something.
Yeah.
But you get one a year. One a year. But the whole going to court and registering.
Yeah, you have to because if you don't do it within like 48 hours of that hit, you go to jail. That's an easy 30. You do your 30, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't register, if you hit someone again, you go to that's a year. That's an easy year if you hit in that 365. But dude, but the way I presented it to Rich was like, he was like, Dom, don't ever say that on stage. That is terrible. And I'm like, man, is it bad? I thought that was such a funny bit.
But he's one person.
It is, but in all honesty, he was a guy that gave me the truth always. And if he found it funny, he'd be rolling on the floor. Because there's times where I have that dude dying laughing, and other times where he just goes, "Damn, that's terrible."
But you have to like, it's like, not what do you do? Like, you have to say it to more people.
Yeah.
And if you get the average of
right, yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I liked it.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I had 3 not like dislikes, and I have 1 like. Okay, I'm gonna trash it. But
or you change it up and you be like, okay, maybe if I present it this way, because I think that's a funny bit. But if to you were laughing at that. To you, that was a funny bit.
I laughed at the concept.
Yeah, but not the joke.
But you, like I want to see. I want to know how you like are gonna like, because you don't just go up there and be like, you know what, I think we should get one hit out of like it just the way you present it.
Yeah.
Like, you were just telling me a story.
Yeah.
Of how you
That's,
wanted.
yes, that's correct. Yeah.
But the way comedians like stand-up comedy, like it's like they have punchlines and it's just,
Yeah.
I think if you were to work on that is funny.
Yeah.
But if you work on the little punchlines about that subject,
Yeah, set up, push line, yeah. And it's funny you say that because I listen to a lot of podcasts with a lot of comedians, and I went to a comedy show because they had, I'll openly admit it, I went to comedy school, or I went to the orientation just because I wanted to see what they're about. And they were like, you can go ahead and enjoy the show afterwards. So I did my thing, and a lot of the comedy school, they were like, I'm afraid to be on stage and talk. I'm like, you ain't been on stage half naked, okay? Once you're half naked on stage doing your thing, everything else seems pretty easy, especially because you have all your clothes on.
Yeah.
You're fine. So I went and I saw the show afterwards, and there's this one dude. He had a pad of paper on a stool, and he was just literally listing off his jokes. He wasn't even presenting them well. He goes, one of his bits, he goes, I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but he goes, I like to think of AIDS as not a bad thing. He goes, I like to say, instead of HIV or AIDS positive, HIV positive, he goes, I like to think of HIV plus, kind of like Google plus and stuff, kind of put a positive spin on it. So he did that, and it got a chuckle out of me. I thought it was funny. He goes, instead of HIV positive, it's HIV plus. So that's a funny joke. That was the way, it was very simple the way he presented it, and that was it. He said the punchline for the joke instead of a setup and a punchline. So it got me laughing. Nobody else laughed. I thought that was fucking hilarious. But he was literally just listing off jokes. He wasn't like doing a half-hour comedy special. He got his 5 minutes.
He didn't make it into a conversation.
And trust me, there was literally 5 people there. There was 5 people there at one table because they were all buddies, and he just was talking to them. And I'm like, I could totally talk to these guys, and I don't know if I can make them laugh. I could talk to them and entertain them pretty good, but yeah.
I don't know. I think you have potential to do that.
Yeah, maybe.
But you would have to really think about like your.
I would think too much, and like I said, there's other comics that like all they do is write. They write, fix, present. What's the outcome? Because they'll do big shows, big half-hour shows and stuff like that still because they're headliners and shit. But they'll go do small shows that nobody knows of. They don't even announce it. They'll just go to the place and be like, hey, can I do like 10 minutes, 5 minutes? Oh, yeah, sure. And to that crowd that is privileged enough to have that comedian come in like, oh, shit, hey, we got a special guest, Bill Burr. And he does 5 minutes and he goes home. Like, he'll just be like, how did that work? I got a good reaction. That got a bad reaction. And I'm like, dude, I can't do that. I'm like, I'd have to prep, but I'd want to improv a lot because I think I'm better off the cuff than I am reading a piece of paper.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think you could do it.
I think I can too. Yeah.
You just gotta.
Maybe. We'll
just gotta break the ice.
Yeah, nut up and do it one time.
Go to open mic. And just be yourself, man. Honestly, I like.
But I don't like myself.
Just be normal. Like, act like you fucking like take a couple shots.
Yeah,
and
definitely
fucking
have to
go on
drink a little
stage.
bit. Yeah, I'll have to have at least because if I get like 3 minutes, I'll have to prep for 5 minutes. That's just how I am. I'd have to prep for 5 minutes.
I don't even think you should prep.
Ooh.
Like seriously, I think you're more the improv. Like you go
Yeah,
on,
I agree.
You go on stage and just look at the crowd and like just be like, look at this motherfucker.
Oh no,
like,
I would not do that. That's mean.
No, but I'm saying like you don't have to necessarily like just diss him.
Yeah.
But like as soon as I walked on stage, this guy looked at me like I was gay or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was like I do like the pussy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
See,
like
dude, that was funny, man.
like I'm pretty sure you can do something like that.
I'm sure
Dude, you have like you're at the parties that we do go to, you say some obnoxious shit.
Yeah.
Like to us, it's just like, oh my god, you're a dick. You are a dick.
Get some
like
good
like
laughs,
at Claudia's aunt's when she was like, "Oh, I'm not trying to be," he was like a bitch, like, but it was funny. Like she didn't take offense to it.
Yeah.
It was just like that was funny.
Timing, man. Timing does mean a lot. You know what I mean? There was a dude. I made it wasn't even a joke. I just said something, and I got a good laugh out of it. And he goes, "Dom, what you got is timing. It wasn't how you said it, or maybe it was how I said it, but he goes, you came in with the right shit at the right time, and it was
how
funny."
You say it, but it's also timing.
Yeah.
It's also like,
And I was like, dude, I thought I was pretty bad with that. But
that's why you say it, like when you're always like telling me like, man, you guys fucking like kill me on the fucking chat.
yeah.
Because you're more of a quip, like off
Yeah.
the top, like boom. Oh, you gonna say this? I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say that. But in the chat room, you're like, I'm gonna say that. Wait, shit, they already did.
Yeah, they
mine.
moved on it.
Yeah. Like, you should try it. I think you should try it. I'll be
We'll
there. I'll be there.
Course,
Even if you
man.
suck, I'll be like, woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Hell yeah. Kill this shit.
I'll be like,
No, I'll be mad if you just get up and start walking away. I'll be so mad at you.
get up and just be like, boo!
Start the boo train. Start that whack ass train.
You go sit at table to table, like, man, this guy sucks.
Oh
man.
my god, you would.
Go
You
to
would
the-
campaign for me to get thrown out. That's bullshit, man.
Let's boo this motherfucker.
Yeah. You ever had to suck dick for coke?
Boo this man! Boo! That shit is funny.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Anywho. Oh, fuck you, Mike.
Boo!
Man, we're gonna get a hold of us, man. Oh, fuck you. At boodominic.com.
Booed you. Nah, but you can hit us up at
Fuck you, man.
on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Listen to us on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. mod4up@gmail.com. Hit us
man,
up.
yeah.
Let us
Give us
know.
all your feedback, your comments. I love this. I hate this. All of it, man. We want it. We need it. And we really appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
See, that was improv. I did
And
that.
next time, you could boo with me in the car.
Oh
while
my
you're
fuck
listening.
you. Mike will put out when Dom's gonna do his open mic for the first time. Let's all gather and boo him. Fuck you, man. See, like that makes me not want to do it. I don't know. I mean, that might be a good thing. That might be like I want to go to hear all that. That would make me laugh so fucking hard.
Dude, but I'm saying a couple shots in, and I'm not just saying like like to be funny,
Yeah.
but I know, dude, if you had a couple drinks in and you're just like warm, you just like especially if all of us go there. I think if all of us were there,
Yeah.
you'd be more nervous about what we thought.
Right. Like,
Versus
because I
what-
do that every day anyway. I'm like, damn, what
Yeah.
they gonna say? Like the chat room. I'm like, yeah, but Mike, you could. No, that's not funny. That's not funny. But I'll send it stuff to you on private. You're like, dude, why the fuck didn't you say that? That's hilarious. I'm like, I was insecure.
Like,
MOD4UP@gmail.com. I hate you,
Let it
Mike.
go.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah, man.
Fuck you. Anything else?
Nah.
Nah, catch you cats later.
Peace out.